Hey guys, my name's Tanya Vallejo, and here at Generation Eve, we want to bring you conversations that matter on the topics of parenting, relationships, and leadership. So today, I am bringing you this video on the subject of parenting. I have been a mother for over a year now. My little boy, Noah, he just turned a year on January 14th. It has been an amazing journey, and I have really and truly enjoyed embarking on this journey. So I wanted to bring you this video today to tell you what it is that I learned in the first year of parenting. So the first thing that I want to share with you that I've learned in my first year of parenting is that I cannot do parenting alone. So what I mean by this is I actually need to surround myself with the support system. So what I have done during this first year is I have sought a lot of wisdom and advice from mothers who have paved the way of motherhood before me. So usually I turn to my mom for advice. Of course, I love my mom and I know that she has her grandchild's best interest in mind. And she's paved the way of motherhood before me, So I have definitely sought my mom's advice on so many things, and I have learned a lot from her. I've also learned to reach out to other mothers in our community and especially in my church. Before I entered the realm of motherhood, I had these ladies around me, but I did not utilize their wisdom as I should have. And I have learned so much from them. I have been able to go to them and to ask them to see if what my child is doing is something that is normal or something that I really need to be concerned with. So definitely the first year of parenting and throughout your parenting years, because this is something that I'm going to continue, I would advise you, surround yourself with an awesome support system. And I would tell you to reach out to ladies in your church, people who are like-minded as you and who have an interest to raise children for Jesus. So this is the second thing that I've learned in the first year of parenting. I have learned to trust my intuition about my child. Now, when I brought him home from the hospital, this was something that I was very cautious in doing. And it took me about 3 weeks to fully just give into it and to start trusting that intuition. I feel like God has built us as women and we have that motherly intuition within us. And so for the first 3 weeks though, I suppressed that intuition so much so that I was miserable and I knew my baby was miserable as well. So as soon as I just started listening to it, I began to realize that my child was a lot happier and I myself was a lot happier. So for you mamas out there, you definitely want to listen to that intuition. You know what is best for your child. There's so many great books out there and you can read so much information, which is excellent to have, I believe, in educating yourself and having as much information available to you, but you definitely cannot substitute your motherly intuition with those books and the recommendations that come in those books. You know your child better than anyone, so make sure that you're listening to that intuition. And the last thing that I have learned in the first year of parenting is that discipline is very, very hard to do. We love our children so much that it hurts us to see them in any kind of way hurting, especially if it is a kind of pain that we have imposed ourselves. So listen to me. For the first 3 months of my baby's life, I was at home. And then I went back to work after 12 weeks of being at home with him. And this is the period that I found myself just really struggling with this discipline issue. I mean, I struggle with it even now, but I have learned a few key things. So while I was working, I worked from 8 to about 4:30, 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So that meant that I only had a 3 to 4 hour span of time to be with my child. And I didn't want him to think of me as always disciplining him, as always saying no to him, as always, being the mean one. I did not want that. So I found it very difficult to discipline him. Now, of course, he was only 3 months, and during the duration of the period that I worked, he went from 3 months to about 6 to 7 months. I'm fortunate enough to be staying at home now, so this whole issue of discipline is becoming a lot easier. But during those 3 months, what some of the things that he started to do was he started to try to like pull my hair and like slap at my face and stuff. And so it was very hard to like tell him, no, don't do that. And now what he's doing, when he turned 11 months old, his teeth got so bad that he started to bite people. He bit 3 kids so far, which absolutely broke my heart when I heard about it. I even almost cried right there in front of the people, because I was like, this is my child. Like, my child is not a mean kid. I don't know where it's coming from, and I truly did not know how to discipline him, but I knew I had to discipline him. And even during that time that I was working, I had to really like look at him and be like, I love you so much that is why I discipline you. I discipline you because I love you. And I remember that was something that my mother used to tell me, like because we are a family that believes in spankings. So whenever she would spank me, she would tell me, Tanya, I love you, and that is why I discipline you. And so that is what I'm doing with Noah now. I found that, of course, you can't reason with an 11-year-old. So, you know, if I went and spanked him 15 minutes after he had bit the child is when I heard about it, you know, he wouldn't understand. He would be like, why am I getting a spanking? I haven't done anything. So what I did is I went to good old Google and I Googled some suggestions from people who had dealt with the issue of biting. And what I found on there, one of the suggestions was to act like it is so painful that you start to wail or cry. So I did that. When Noah started to bite me, I started to cry. Like, I would just wail and be like, oh, that hurts so much. And I can tell you that has been really very efficient to stop him from biting people. He has like genuine concern whenever I cry like that about, oh, I did something wrong and it's hurting my mom, so I shouldn't do it. So discipline may be very, very hard to do, especially because, you know, they're so cute and they're so little and you're like, these are babies, you know, how do I even start to discipline them? But discipline is definitely something that you do because you love your children. So the next time that you discipline your child, do not feel bad. And so I just want to leave you with this. Mama, you are doing a great job. You're doing a fantastic work with your child, and I am so proud of you. And I am so excited and very, very honored to be able to bring you these videos through Generation Eve. So make sure that you subscribe to this website. We love you guys, and I'll be seeing you later. Peace out, ladies. Bye.